The House will come to order. The invocation today will be given by the Honorable Steve Carra, State Representative from the 36th District. Will members, staff, and guests in the gallery please rise? Representative.
Let us bow our heads and pray. Dear Lord, thank you for this day, and thank you for the opportunities you have provided, allowing each of us to grow and give, love and learn, and serve you. As the Bible says in Proverbs chapter 2, verse 6, "For the Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth come knowledge and understanding." Guide our paths. Give us the patience, focus, and clarity to understand the issues before us. Give us the wisdom to set aside pressures and temptations to deviate from your will. Guard not only our hearts to do what's best for the people of Michigan, but also guard our minds from confusion and folly. Help us to understand our brothers and sisters' viewpoints and ultimately guide us to carry out your will in all that we do. In your name we pray. Amen.
The clerk will open the board for the purpose of taking attendance. The board is now open. Members may check in at their desk. Speaker recognizes Representative Green.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Today, I have 18 students and 12 adults from Imlay City, the Fighting Spartans, in the South Gallery, and they are from Borland Elementary.
Will members, guests of Representative Green, welcome to the House of Representatives.
Members, if I can have your attention, we do have a colleague wishing to speak. Speaker recognizes Representative Thompson.
Thank you, Madam Chair. It is with a mixture of sadness and pride today.
Members, please, we have a colleague wishing to address the floor for a staff farewell. Thank you.
Madam Chair, it is with a mixture of sadness and pride today that we are bidding farewell to a valued member of our legislative team. For the past 3 years, Devin Tompkins has been an integral part in efforts here in Michigan, in the House of Representatives. Devin has served the House as a legislative aide, member service specialist, and as my legislative director. His dedication, professionalism, and timeless work ethic has left an undeniable mark on this institution and on the state of Michigan as a whole. Devin's service extends far beyond the walls of this chamber. Before joining us, he served our country with honor and distinction in the United States Navy. His commitment to duty and selfless sacrifice exemplify the highest ideals of service to our nation, and for that, we are profoundly grateful. Now, as Devin embarks on his new chapter in his career with the United States Marshals, we wish him nothing but the best. While we will miss his expertise and his camaraderie here in Lansing, we take comfort in knowing that he will continue to serve the public with the same passion and dedication that he has shown throughout his time with us. Devin, on behalf of the Michigan House of Representatives and the people of our great state, I want to thank you for your service and wish you the utmost success in your future endeavors. Your contributions have made a lasting impact, and your legacy of public service will continue to inspire us. Good luck on your new journey, and may it be filled with a fulfillment, purpose, and continued opportunities to really make a difference. Farewell, and God bless.
Members, please join me in congratulating and thanking Devin for his service. Speaker recognizes Representative Brixey.
Colleagues,
Members, we have a colleague wishing to address the floor. If we can have your attention, please. Speaker recognizes Representative Brixey.
colleagues, it is with great sadness that I am preparing for next week, as are many others, for the 1-year anniversary of the tragedy at Michigan State University. A group of folks have put together a special event called Spartans Together, and next week on February 13th at 7 p.m., there are going to be luminaries given out to 25,000 people, and if you are a Spartan or if you wish to recognize your support and love of Spartans, please light the luminary in your window at 7 p.m. All of the members of the legislature will be given these in their offices today. If anyone would like them for their community, additional numbers of them, please see me. I'm happy to provide that. And next week we'll be remembering those that lost their lives, those that were injured, and those that were forever changed.
Thank you, Representative. Speaker recognizes Representative Aragona.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Colleagues, As many of you know, I graduated from Michigan State University about a year ago with my master's in business administration, and one of my classmates wanted to come and just see the legislator, just wanted to see what it was like and see kind of what we do here and what our day-to-day operations are. So Andrew Pochik is up in the South Gallery. If everybody can give him a round of applause, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Please join me in welcoming Representative Eric Glenn as guest. Speaker recognized Representative Borden.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Attention, Republican members. We have a Republican caucus in the Republican caucus room.
Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ash.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Move to excuse all absent members.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will close the board, tally, display, and announce today's attendance.
Madam Speaker, a quorum of the House is present. There are no members absent with prior excuse.
Will members, staff, and guests in the gallery please rise and join me now in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Madam Speaker, I move to the order of motions and resolutions and take up count item number 1, House Resolution 178.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
House Resolution number 178, introduced by Representative Martin, was passed temporarily at a previous session.
Members, we have a colleague wishing to address the body. Please quiet down and give him your attention. Speaker recognizes Representative Martin.
February 1st, 1942, in Flint, Michigan, 300 mothers of service members, 8 weeks after Pearl Harbor, met and formed the Blue Star Mothers. Ever since then, they've been supporting family members stateside, sending helpful packages to soldiers deployed overseas. And we as veterans really want to show our appreciation and want to recognize February 1st as Blue Star Mother's Day.
The question for the House is the adoption of House Resolution 178. All those in favor will say aye. Those opposed, nay. The resolution is adopted. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to the order of third reading of bills and take up count item number 37, House Bill 4613.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
Calendar item number 37, House Bill 4613, introduced by Representative Preston, a bill to amend the Public Health Code. People of the State of Michigan enact.
Without objection, the bill be considered read for a third time by its title. Are there amendments? There being no amendments, the question before the House. Colleagues, we have a member wishing to address the body. Please quiet down, give him your attention. Speaker recognizes Representative Preston.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Permission to speak to the whole package.
Without objection, so ordered.
As a licensed paramedic, I've seen firsthand the challenges EMS personnel are facing. It's not just about the occasional rough shift anymore. It's about the overall long-term health of our entire EMS workforce and the impact it has on our communities.
Members, we have a colleague addressing the body. Please quiet down and give him your attention. Speaker recognizes Representative Preston.
Thank you. The number of people signing up to serve as EMS personnel has been dwindling now for a while. And we're also losing experienced people as they age out of the profession. COVID truly took a toll. The combination is resulting in workforce shortages that is putting a significant strain on our emergency services. These bills could really make a positive impact. The 120-day limit on temporary licenses are doing more harm than good. They're forcing candidates to cram for an exam that they're just simply not ready for while working full-time, and a lot of times preventing them from continuing their full-time employment. These bills ensure that prospective EMS personnel get the time, flexibility they need to fully prepare for their licensing exams, putting them in a better position to serve their communities and continue to serve the EMS agencies that they're working for. By extending the temporary license, these bills also put a spotlight on training and preceptors. We pair up temporary license holders with experienced peers so they can learn what can't be taught in a classroom environment. These bills are all about allowing more time for education and hands-on experience while building up the next generation of EMS. These bills are the first steps towards strengthening our EMS workforce, building capacity. I urge you all to support these bills and show our communities that we're serious about their health and well-being. Our communities deserve nothing less. Thank you.
Speaker recognizes Representative Fitzgerald.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Permission to speak to the entire package?
Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you. I rise today in support of House Bills 4613 and 4614. First, I'd like to thank my colleague from the 108th District for partnering with me on this package. But because this legislation has the potential to make a significant impact on the accessibility and effectiveness of our emergency medical services system. As we strive to address the pressing issue of a shortage of emergency medical workers in our state, these bills propose a thoughtful amendment to the Public Health Code. Under current law, individuals in these occupations are eligible for a temporary license lasting 120 days. And this bill, House Bill 4613, extends the validity of that temporary license to 1 year. The extension is a strategic move aimed at addressing the challenges faced by candidates attempting to fulfill these requirements for a regular license after leaving school. It is crucial to note that these bills are not isolated measures, but work in tandem to address a critical need in our state's systems. As evidenced by committee testimony, supporters argue the extended time period under a temporary license allows candidates to gain invaluable, hands-on experience, increasing the likelihood of success in the rigorous exams required for the full licensure. I urge each of you to consider the benefits that House Bills 4613 and 14 can bring to emergency medical services throughout the state. We will also save lives by expanding the number of emergency medical workers available in our communities. I urge support, and I thank you for your consideration.
The question for the House is the passage of the bill. A record roll call vote is required. All those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed, nay. The clerk will open the board. Colleagues, please vote at your desks. The clerk will close the board. Representative Maddock votes. Representative Fox votes aye. Representative Desana votes aye. Representative Frisky votes aye. Representative Maddock votes aye. Anybody else? The clerk will tally, display, and announce the vote.
Madam Speaker, on the question of final passage of House Bill 4613, there are 105 aye votes and 1 nay vote.
Majority of the members elected and serving having voted therefore, the bill is passed. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ash.
I move for immediate effect.
Majority Floor Leader moves to immediate effect. All those in favor will rise. Immediate effect is ordered. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ash.
Continuing order of third reading bills. Move to take up count item number 38, House Bill 4614.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
Calendar item number 38, House Bill 4614, introduced by Representative Fitzgerald, a bill to amend the Public Health Code. People of the State of Michigan enact.
Without objection, the bill will be considered read for a third time by its title. Are there amendments? There being no amendments, the question for the House is the passage of the bill. A record roll call vote is required. All those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed, nay. The clerk will open the board. Members, please vote at your desks. The board will be closing shortly. The clerk will close the board, tally, display, and announce the vote.
Madam Speaker, on the question of final passage of House Bill 4614, there are 100 aye votes and 6 nay votes.
A majority of the members elected and serving having voted therefore, the bill is passed. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Immediate effect.
Majority Floor Leader moves for immediate effect. All those in favor will rise. Immediate effect is ordered. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Continuing in the order of third reading of bills, move to take up count item number 36, House Bill 4028.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
Calendar item number 36, House Bill 4028, introduced by Representative Zorn, a bill to amend the Michigan Vehicle Code. People of the State of Michigan enact.
Without objection, the bill be considered read for a third time by its title. Are there amendments? There being no amendments, the question before the House is the passage of the bill. A record roll call vote is required. All those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed, nay. The clerk will open the board. Members, please vote at your desks. The board will be closing shortly. The clerk will close the board. Representative Outman votes aye. Representative Beeson votes aye. The clerk will tally, display, and announce the vote.
Madam Speaker, on the question of final passage of House Bill 4028, there are 106 aye votes and 0 nay votes.
Majority of the members elected and serving having voted therefore, the bill is passed. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Move for immediate effect.
Majority Floor Leader moves to immediate effect. All those in favor will rise. Immediate effect is ordered. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to see the order of motions and resolutions and take up House Resolution 183.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
House Resolution number 183, introduced by Representative Conlin, a resolution to declare February 2024 as American Heart Month and February 7th, 2024 as National Wear Red Day in the state of Michigan.
Members, we have a colleague addressing the body. Please quiet down and give her your attention or take your conversations off the floor. Speaker recognizes Representative Conlin.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise today in support of my resolution to name February 2024 American Heart Month, and today, February 7th, 2024, Wear Red Day in the state of Michigan. Cardiovascular disease is a huge issue nationwide.
Members, please quiet down and give your colleague your attention. If you have to have a conversation, please take it off the floor. We're not under third reading anymore. Speaker recognizes Representative Conlin.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise today in support of my resolution to name February 2024 American Heart Month, and today, February 7th, 2024, Wear Red Day in the state of Michigan. Cardiovascular disease is a huge issue nationwide. While it affects men, women, and children of every age and race, it disproportionately affects new mothers and persons of color. Many of you in this room probably know someone who is surviving with or who has passed away from this disease. My grandfather lost his life at age 50 due to poor heart health, and my uncle, who just turned 90, had one of the first cardiac bypass operations in his 40s. Sadly, my mother was diagnosed 5 years ago with atrial fibrillation. Medicine, thankfully, is keeping her alive and healthy. While early intervention is key in preventing the progression of cardiovascular disease, and though educational initiatives around diet, exercise, and genetics are effective, it is crucial that we continue to maintain a greater awareness of heart health and its impact on American society. Thank you again, Madam Speaker, for allowing me to express support for my resolution, and I'd like to ask that the board be open for co-sponsorship.
The resolution is on the electronic calendar. Colleagues, please feel free to co-sponsor. The question for the House is the adoption of House Resolution 183. All those in favor will say aye. Those opposed, nay. The resolution is adopted. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Continuing under motions and resolutions, I move to take up House Concurrent Resolution number 12.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
House Concurrent Resolution number 12, introduced by Representative Hill, a concurrent resolution to vehemently oppose the transfer of mail processing operations from the Iron Mountain Processing and Distribution Center to the Green Bay Processing and Distribution Center in Wisconsin.
Speaker recognizes Representative Hill.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today I rise to address a matter of critical importance to the people of the Upper Peninsula. The resolution before us concerns the proposed transfer of mail processing operations, which is represented by my colleague from the 110th District, from the Iron Mountain Processing and Distribution Center to the Green Bay Processing and Distribution Center in Wisconsin. This is the primary facility serving all 15 counties in the Upper Peninsula. Madam Speaker, the United States Postal Service has long served as a vital lifeline connecting communities and bridging distances. From its inception, the U.S. Postal Service has been more than a mere delivery service. It embodies a commitment to service, equality, and national unity. Yet recent developments threaten to compromise these fundamental principles. The Postal Service's focus on financial optimization at the expense of service quality jeopardizes the very essence of what makes it so essential to our nation. In rural areas like the UP, where timely local delivery is not just a convenience but a necessity, these changes are hitting particularly hard. The delays in mail processing and alterations to shipping have concrete adverse effects on businesses, healthcare, and everyday citizens. Madam Speaker, the proposed transfer of the mail processing operations from Iron Mountain to Green Bay in Wisconsin represents a further step in the wrong direction. It disregards the unique needs of our communities and undermines the Postal Service's mission to serve the American people. For these reasons, I urge my esteemed colleagues to support this resolution and stand in opposition to this ill-conceived plan. Let us send a clear message that we prioritize the well-being of our constituents over profit margins. Thank you.
The question for the House is the adoption of House Concurrent Resolution 12. All those in favor will say aye. Those opposed, nay. The resolution is adopted. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Wilson.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to proceed to the order of motions and resolutions and move to suspend Rule 42 in order to discharge House Resolution 180.
Majority Floor Leader moves to suspend Rule 42. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, nay. Rule 42 is suspended. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Wilson.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to discharge the Committee on Government Operations of House Resolution 180.
Majority Floor Leader moves to discharge the Committee on Government Operations of House Resolution 180. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, nay. Committee on Government Operations is discharged of House Resolution 180 and is referred to the order of motions and resolutions. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Wilson.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to proceed to the order of motions and resolutions and take up House Resolution 180.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
House Resolution number 180, introduced by Representative Thompson, a resolution to declare February 2024 as National Teen Dating Violence Awareness and Prevention Month in the state of Michigan.
Colleagues, we have a member addressing the body. Please quiet down and give her your attention. Speaker recognizes Representative Thompson.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. I stand before you today to urge you to lend support to my resolution recognizing February as Teen Dating Violence Awareness and Prevention Month in the state of Michigan. The alarming statistics reveal the pressing need for heightened awareness and preventive measures. Up to 19% of teenagers in the state of Michigan and across the United States experience sexual and physical dating violence, with about half facing stalking and harassment, and as many as 65% supporting psychological abuse. Approximately 1.5 million U.S. high school boys and girls admit to being hit and physically harmed by someone they are romantically involved with in this last year. Shockingly, 1 in 3 young people will find themselves in an abusive relationship, in an unhealthy relationship, despite the best efforts of parents that will try to attempt to engage these children's lives and monitor their social interactions. Many families will have teenagers that silently suffer with the abuse of these partners. These teenagers have stories. A young girl at the age of 15 entered into a relationship that turned abusive. By age 17, she had her first child. By age 21, the two of them had 3 children together. Despite her family's attempts to guide her to make healthier choices, she hid her abuse. After 9 years, she found the courage to leave. After 9 years of avoidance and lying, car windows being smashed out, black eyes, busted lips, saying that it was the baby, it wasn't him, everything's okay, I'm gonna be fine. She finally got the courage to go and walk away. The sparkle came back into her eyes and she began to regain her self-confidence and her self-worth. She even decided to take a crack at dating again. She went on a date, and while on that date, she ran into a high school friend. The young man that she was on the date with became very angry when this young man hugged her. He became very jealous. Once outside, his anger escalated, and he sought to fight this young man. Witnesses begged the young 24-year-old girl to not get on the back of that motorcycle. She was videotaped as saying, "I have to go. I can't go with you. You don't understand what he'll do. You don't understand what'll happen. It'll be okay." The video showed her put her helmet on her head and get on the back of the bike as it flew away, going about 120 miles an hour. 10 minutes after leaving the parking lot, she was gone. She was thrown 115 feet from the bike. Those 3 children lost their mom. I apologize. 2 families lost a child because the young man passed away 5 days later also. All over jealousy and anger. This girl's name is Jordan, and she is now and forever will be my daughter. Give me 1 second, please. I'm fine. I had a place. I'm just going to go forward. So These relationships that these children are jumping into when they're young, when they're adolescents, when they're in middle school, when they're children, they do not have the emotional maturity to navigate them successfully. Despite the legal protections that people in the state of Michigan that we currently have to protect these young children, too many adolescents find themselves in relationships that are really beyond their capacity to handle. To truly combat teen dating violence, we must equip our educators, our parents, and all of us as a community with the tools to identify these signs of abuse and emphasize, please emphasize, the importance of fostering self-worth in our children, in all of our children. While I may not have all of the answers, I believe that raising awareness and fostering open communication can lead to collaborative efforts and finding preventative solutions. And I know if my daughter were here, she would say, "Mom, I'm okay. Now go out and fight like hell for the rest of those girls." So I urge your support today. Thank you very much for allowing me to present.
The question for the House is the adoption of House Resolution 180. All those in favor will say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. The resolution is adopted. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Wilson.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that the House proceed to the order of motions and resolutions.
Without objection, so ordered. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Wilson.
I move that the committees be given leave to meet during the balance of today's session.
Without objection, so ordered. Committees are given leave to meet. Speaker recognizes Representative B. Carter.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Committee of Insurance and Financial Services will meet in 15 minutes in room 521 of the House of Representatives.
Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Wilson.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Just a quick message. Students from Michigan Youth and Government program will be using the House chamber for mock session this Thursday and Friday. Please clear the tops of your desk of any personal items before you leave today.
Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Wilson.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Just to let members know, there will be no further voting, and that when the House adjourns, it stands adjourned until Tuesday, February 13th at 1:30 p.m.
Without objection, so ordered. The House will stand at ease at the call of the chair.
The House will come to order. House proceed to announcements by the Clerk of Printing and Enrollment.
Clerk announced that the following bills have been reproduced and made available electronically on Tuesday, February 6th. Senate Bills 705 through 707. Clerk announced that the following bills have been reproduced and made available electronically on Wednesday, February 7th. Senate Bills 708 through 716.
Reports of standing committees.
Committee on Health Policy, Representative Rogers, Chair, reported House Bill 4532 with recommendation that substitute H5 be adopted and that the bill then pass.
Bills referred to the order of second reading of bills.
Committee on Health Policy, Representative Rogers, Chair, reported House Bill 5368 with recommendation that substitute H2 be adopted and that the bill then pass.
Bills referred to the order of second reading of bills.
Committee on Health Policy, Representative Rogers, Chair, reported House Bill 5369 with recommendation that substitute H2 be adopted and that the bill then pass.
Bills referred to the order of second reading of bills.
Committee on Health Policy, Representative Rogers, Chair, reported House Bill 5399 with recommendation that the bill be referred to the Committee on Tax Policy.
Bills referred to the Committee on Tax Policy.
Committee on Judiciary, Representative Breen, Chair, reported House Bill 4924 without amendment with recommendation that the bill pass.
Bills referred to the second order of second reading of bills.
Committee on Judiciary, Representative Breen, Chair, reported House Bill 5204 without amendment with recommendation that the bill pass.
Bills referred to the order of second reading of bills.
Committee on Judiciary, Representative Breen, Chair, reported House Bill 5400 with recommendation that the bill be referred to the Committee on Criminal Justice.
Bills referred to the Committee on Criminal Justice.
Committee on Judiciary, Representative Breen, Chair, reported House Bill 5401 with recommendation that the bill be referred to the Committee on Criminal Justice.
Bills referred to the Committee on Criminal Justice.
Committee on Government Operations, Representative Liberati, Chair, reported House Resolution 148 with recommendation that substitute H1 be adopted and that the resolution then be adopted.
Referred to the order of second reading of bills. Messages from the Senate.
To the Speaker of the House of Representatives, sir, I herewith return to the House House Bill 4417. The Senate has passed the bill, order that be given immediate effect, and pursuant to Joint Rule 20, inserted the full title.
House agrees to the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor.
I herewith return House Bill 4418. The Senate has passed the bill, order that be given immediate effect, and pursuant to Joint Rule 20, inserted the full title.
House agrees to the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor.
I herewith return House Bill 4419. The Senate has passed the bill, order that be given immediate effect, and pursuant to Joint Rule 20, inserted the full title.
House agrees to the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor.
Here with return House Bill 4416, the Senate has passed the bill with substitute S2, order that it be given immediate effect, and pursuant to Joint Rule 20, inserted the full title.
The bill will lie over one day under the rules. Notices.
Committee on Insurance and Financial Services will meet Wednesday, February 7th at 2 p.m. or after committees are given leave by the House to meet, whichever time is later, in room 521 of the House Office Building. Committee on Natural Resources, Environment, Tourism, and Outdoor Recreation will meet Thursday, February 8th at 10:30 a.m. in room 327 of the House Office Building.
Introduction of bills.
Representative Rogers offers House Bill 5421, a bill to amend an act, a bill to amend initiated law 1 of 1976. People of the State of Michigan enact.
Bills considered read for first time by its title, referred to the Committee on Regulatory Reform.
Representative Martin offers House Bill 5422, a bill to amend the Freedom of Information Act. People of the State of Michigan enact.
Bills considered read for first time by its title, referred to the Committee on Government Operations.
Representative Jamie Green offers House Bill 5423, a bill to amend the Freedom of Information Act. People of the State of Michigan enact.
Bills considered read for first time by its title, referred to the Committee on Government Operations.
Representative Kuhn offers House Bill 5424, a bill to amend the Freedom of Information Act. People of the State of Michigan enact.
Bills considered read for first time by its title, referred to the Committee on Government Operations.
Representative Tisdale offers House Bill 5425, a bill to amend the Freedom of Information Act. People of the State of Michigan enact.
Bills considered read for first time by its title, referred to the Committee on Government Operations.
Representative St. Germain offers House Bill 5426, a bill to amend the Freedom of Information Act. People of the State of Michigan enact.
Bills considered read for first time by its title, referred to the Committee on Government Operations.
Representative Steele offers House Bill 5427, a bill to amend the Freedom of Information Act. People of the State of Michigan enact.
Bills considered read for first time by its title, referred to the Committee on Government Operations.
Representative Brixey offers House Bill 5428, a bill to amend the Michigan Vehicle Code. People of the State of Michigan enact.
Bills considered read for first time by its title, referred to the Committee on Appropriations.
Representative Morse offers House Bill 5429, a bill to create the court-appointed special advocate program. People of the State of Michigan enact.
Bills considered read for first time by its title, referred to the Committee on Judiciary.
Representative Andrews offers House Bill 5430, a bill to amend the Income Tax Act of 1967. People of the State of Michigan enact.
Bills considered read for first time by its title, referred to the Committee on Tax Policy.
Representative Andrews offers House Bill 5431, a bill to amend the Wrongful Imprisonment Compensation Act. People of the State of Michigan enact.
Bills considered read for first time by its title and referred to the Committee on Criminal Justice. There being no further business to come before the House, Representative Moore moves that the House do now adjourn. All those in favor of the motion will say aye. Those opposed will say nay. The motion prevails. The House will stand adjourned until Tuesday, February the 13th at 1:30 p.m.